Hey, everybody. Kimberly Olson here for Recruiting Like a Rockstar. Hopefully you're all in the right place right now. Sometimes people jump in the group and they're like, where am I supposed to be? It's right here on this webinar. And if you've never done my webinars before, we can see you. So make sure you're okay with that. Otherwise you'll have to turn your video off. And I have everybody muted. I found it's a little bit easier that way. So what you can do is if you have a question or you want me to repeat something or spend more time on something, that's the benefits of joining live, is that you can ask questions. So there is a chat feature. Just drop your question right there in the chat feature. Or like I said, if you need me to repeat something, I can definitely do that for you guys. So I'll give you guys a second to pop on here. So in the comments, why don't you share with me your #1 challenge or thing that you would like to learn with recruiting? Is it finding more people? You don't know what to say? You're feeling really awkward? Put in the comments. Let me know while we have everyone popping on here for a second. What is that one thing that you would like to learn today? I have all kinds of stuff planned for you guys, but I want to kind of see where you guys are at with that as well. So we're going to jump in. So most of you, I'm pretty much sure all of you guys know me. And I have to tell you guys, I'm not a strong closer, meaning I've never been the girl that's like, yeah, I can just close anybody. I'm a relator. One of my 5 signature strengths, if you've ever done strength finders, is I'm a relator. So I'm the type of person, if you're at a party, I'm not the girl bouncing around the little social butterfly, even though I'm very friendly. I want to get to know that one person. I want to talk to them. I want to find out everything about them. I like to go deep. I'm a relator. And so I'm really good at building relationships. I'm really good at finding out what's going on with people, but I've never been a strong closer. My very first sales job was Cutco cutlery knives when I was 18 years old. And the branch manager at the time, her name was Jennifer Song. She took me aside after 2 weeks because I was probably her most expensive recruit because she had to pay me out all of this money. She was a little concerned because I was not making any sales. I was this little fired up Cutco knife girl doing all these presentations and getting paid, but I wasn't selling anything. So I am not a strong salesperson. So let's just nip that in the butt. It does not take certain sales skills or to be the strong closer to be successful. Okay, yes, you might have to reach out to more people, but you definitely can utilize what I'm going to teach you guys today and become a very, very consistent recruiter and be able to build your business every month. So if you have a whole month go by and you haven't recruited anyone, I'm going to challenge you to look at your activity. Okay, I do believe in 90-day cycles, but you should have some new customers and new business builders, team members coming on board every single month. Okay, so that can be a good guideline for yourself to know, okay, am I constantly staying in activity? And knowing it is a 90-day cycle. So all the work you're doing now, you're going to reap those benefits as time goes on. But just know you can totally rock it when it comes to recruiting, you guys. Absolutely. Okay. I had 250 friends on Facebook when I started in network marketing. I had no one following me. And now I have, I don't know what it is. Lots and lots of people are following me on different platforms. My Pinterest is now up to 85,000 monthly views. So there's a lot of people that are seeing my stuff and a lot of people that I'm able to make connections with because of all the work I've done. But I started with no one. So no matter if you're brand new or you've done this for a really long time, I promise you this content is going to be able to help you out, okay? So the goal is to shift your perspective so you're not thinking about, I have to recruit, right? I know what it's like. You have to make yourself do it. I get it. I want you to shift your perspective so you're excited to share, okay? So you're so pumped about your opportunity and your team and all that good stuff that you're like, I want to just tell everybody because I'm so excited, okay? It's called passionate prospecting, making connections with people, feeling really good about those relationships that you're building and knowing that you have something to offer people. You have a solution to their problems and feeling really good about that versus that, I don't want to, how do I work it in? I don't know what to say to them, right? Somebody put in the comments how to start the conversations about the business side, right? Like you're just like, I don't know how to work that in. I get it. I've totally been there. So we want to flip it. We're just so excited. They call it ignorance on fire, okay? When you first started, you were just like, oh my goodness, like I wanted to tell everybody and their brother because I was so freaking excited. That's what we want again for you as you recharge your business, okay? So first off, there's several different things we're going to talk about tonight, okay? The first thing is it's going to be starting with your mindset and your posture. Now, I know you want to know the nitty-gritty. I put scripts inside the files tab in our group, and we are going to go through all of that stuff today. We're going to go through How do you find people? All of that stuff. We will cover that. But everything starts with your mindset and your posture, because if you're not confident in yourself, or maybe you're even embarrassed about your product, or maybe your team, you're limping along, and so you're not feeling very confident about bringing people on board, or maybe you don't know how to get people started. You're like, I don't even know what to do with people when they join my team. Like, my upline's not really helping me. I don't know what to do with these people. I've never led people before. Then that's going to come across in social media. So the very first thing I want you guys to do, this is your homework. Every single day, I want you to visualize your dream team. Okay, who is your dream team? What type of people are you working with? When you open up Messenger in the morning, what's in your inbox? Okay, when you look at your sales report, what do those numbers look like? When you think about team events, or maybe doing a team Zoom together, who's on that Zoom? How many people are on there? What do they look like? Okay, meaning, what kind of people do you want to work with? You know, are they excited? Are they they're more analytical like you are? What kind of people do you want? I like to tell myself and visualize in different ways, and I've done this for a really long time, is I want runners on my team. I want people who want the business, okay? 80% of the people on your team are just there for community, few extra $100 a month. I get that, right? That's just the nature of the business. But what about that other 20%? Where are those people? It just takes a couple of people, you guys, to really say, yes, I want this, to totally crush it, okay? Your numbers can become huge. You can build a huge team with just a couple of people who want it just as bad as you are, okay? There's a really good book called Beach Money, and I can't remember his name. He's a really great guy. It's an older book, but he talks about recruiting, and he said for him to get to, I don't even think maybe it was 6 figures. I can't remember the exact amount, maybe more. He said it took him 25 recruits, okay? It took him, Jordan Adler, okay? He had said it took him 25 recruits to find his runners, to find his people that he was gonna build his business with, okay? So I visualize that. I tell myself that every day. So the different ways I like to visualize is I use the app Think Up. That app, Think Up, is, I think it's just one word, Think Up. That app, what I would do is just record on it all kinds of things about my team. I'm making 6 figures. I have a huge team. I'm ranking up. I've got runners on my team. I'm working with these awesome people who want to crush it, right? Like, be descriptive, use explosive words. I also will write it in my journal. So I do the present tense. I am so happy. I am so happy and grateful now that, and then I list a bunch of stuff, and it's dynamic. It's whatever I need right then. Okay. Am I focusing on a rank? Am I focusing on building my team? Am I focusing on an income goal? Maybe I'm really focused on events, or maybe I'm in a learning stage and I'm really focusing on getting some systems in place for my new people, whatever. I am so happy and grateful now that, and I'm writing that down, okay? Writing that about your team. I also like to write things about myself. I'm a confident closer. I close people all day long. I'm an amazing recruiter. People love joining my team, okay? I'm so happy and grateful now that I feel so confident with my reach outs. I love building this amazing team. So just feel really good about what is happening. And I know it seems silly, but you guys, it totally works, because when you tell your subconscious mind, this is what I want, then it does whatever it can to make that happen. And you'll start to see things show up in your life that align with what you're putting out there. You can't just do it once though, okay? If you're writing it down right now, this is awesome. I'm so glad. But we got to do this tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Yes, every single day. Now, I don't know about you, but my weekends are like, I can't go meditate, because if I go hide, they find me. Like, even if it's in the bathroom and I lock the door, it's even worse, because they can't get in. They put their little hands under the door and they freak out. So I'm like, okay, that was a waste, but I will still think about it. I will. I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm just so happy. I just love my life. And I write stuff on the board. Like, I have a chalkboard. I've got my people on there. I'm like, oh, you guys are all awesome. We're totally crushing it together. So whatever that looks like for you. I also, on my cell phone, I have multiple videos of recording, talking to myself. And also, this is what I'll do. So it's January 10th. So I'll record it right now at the beginning of the month. And I'll say, oh, girl, I'm so excited to tell you how January went. Let me just tell you what happened. Man, I got 10 new people on my team, totally ranked up. I got this thing. Oh, it was awesome. And I just list stuff. I don't just do work stuff. I do personal stuff too, but I pretend I'm talking to my future self, and I play it over and over again, and it's your own voice. So your mind is like, okay, I guess this is real. And it like goes and makes it happen. So I guarantee you guys, guarantee it. If we played my old videos on here, which we will not do because it was kind of like always a bad angle and just, we're not going to do that, is I bet you 90% of the stuff has already happened. I bet you it's all happened because it's just over and over that repetition. So you think these people have these magic tricks that are out there recruiting. They're doing two things you might not be doing. They're doing mindset work every day and they're reaching out to people every day. I do it 7 days a week. I don't do 5 days, you know, whatever. I do it every day. Now you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's just what I do. I just stay in it. I have to stay in it to win it. So you come up with your own plan, but the two things are they work on their mindset. So they become very confident, they're very clear on what they want, and they do the work. They reach out to people, which is, of course, what we're going to spend the rest of today on as well, okay? But you want to be confident, you guys, okay? Think of it this way. You want to come across like people get to work with you. You know you're awesome. You're obviously learning and doing this workshop because you want to become a better recruiter, which means you want to lead your team, which means you care. So you're a great person for them to join the business with, right? They get you. You guys know there's a lot of people out there that just sign people up and they don't train them or they don't help them or whatever. They get you, okay? So you want to come across confident. You have an awesome product, an awesome company, and they get you. So fake it till you make it, but you have to have that confident and that posture when you're reaching out and do those visualizations. Have a power statement. I'm a confident closer. I'm an amazing recruiter. And you say it to yourself over and over again. I also will send calendar reminders to myself and I get emails throughout the day that tell me how awesome I am. It's a true story. And they'll say, girl, you are crushing it today. Like I seriously get them and I open my email. I'm like, oh yes, I am crushing it. And even if I don't feel like I'm crushing it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you need to go crush it. Oh yeah, that's right, affirmations. So it'll kind of keep you on track because let's be honest, after morning, it's like a shit show, right? Like you're just like, oh, you know, this person needed this thing and this little kid's, you know, hit their head or whatever. There's always something going on. So you can constantly remind yourself of what this is all about. It could be a screensaver. It could be your cell phone. I would have a power statement that you're constantly reviewing. And if you need to do a 5-minute like meditation or a guided visualization, there was a really good one. I'll have to share it with you guys. I found it in a group, the Goal Getter Gang. I will put it in my social media list to share. Video. It's a YouTube video and it's like a pump me up in the morning kind of thing. So I personally have a variety such as Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, all these like really pumped up songs though. I have a playlist on YouTube that I play while I'm getting ready in the morning because you have to brush your teeth and do that stuff anyway. And I listen to that. Oh, my favorite is the Work song by Iggy. I'm just like, girl, yes, you just freaking hustle. You're like 16 in Miami by yourself. Like, yes, let's work, work, work. And it like pumps me up. I'm like, yes, I'm going to go on my computer right now and just recruit people. So whatever little thing you got to do to get yourself pumped up, do that before you start recruiting, meaning before you start prospecting and doing the reach outs. Because if you don't and you're in a bad mood or something happened or you're just not feeling confident, that is going to energetically come across to others and it's going to be a cycle. It's going to be a little bit of a snowball, not in the direction that you want. So you have to energetically become aligned with what you're trying to attract, okay? So I will share that in my group tomorrow. I'm going to share it in the Goal Digging Boss Babes group just because I haven't shared many cool, upbeat YouTube videos in there, and I'll share that for you guys tomorrow, okay? So are they what you want or what's happening? Yes, absolutely. Okay. So start with visualizations, be imagining the team that you want, just have it on your vision board, right? Like I have pictures of like a bunch of girls celebrating together, all my girls getting their car bonuses. Like I want that for my girls. I want them to all be making the money that they want and I want them to just be driving around in cars like I just do. Okay, list building and leads. So now we're gonna talk about finding people, okay? So the first list place, and you have to revisit this list, and I know you don't want to, no one wants to, it's your warm market list, but we're gonna do, have you ever heard of Kevin Bacon's The 6 Degrees of Separation? There is theory that we are all connected. The most it will be is 6 people between us, meaning so like say we just randomly meet in the grocery store, it'll take 6 people for us to become connected, even if we live on the other side of the world, which I don't know if it's been proven, but it's a neat concept. So what I want you to do with that theory is I want you to think about, you have your warm market. So, and I learned this from Marina Simone. What you do is you take your list and then you expand the list from your warm market. So there's three components. The first part is you're gonna revisit your warm market. If you've launched a new product, if you've switched companies, if you have expanded to a new territory, I want you to go through your warm market and I want you to revisit. Has it been a year since you've talked to them? Maybe they gave you a hard no and you're like, oh, you like chickened out or you felt kind of awkward. It's like your neighbor or something. Go back. It's been a year, you know, say, hey, I wanted to share with you. I wanted to give you an update. Look at what's happened this last year. I wanted to see if we could chat about that. I'm helping a lot of people and I'd love to reconnect with you on that. So you're going to revisit your warm market. Second thing you're going to do is go approach your chicken list. So if you've got maybe some influencers or some entrepreneurs or some business owners, or if you're in beauty, so maybe there is a salon owner or a cosmetologist, or if you're in health and wellness, maybe there's a chiropractor or whatever. Those kind of big fish people, influencers, chicken list, maybe your ex-boyfriend's mom, like someone where you're just like, if you have some people that you haven't reached out to, you need to reach out to those people. The third one, this is from Marina, which is really cool. That person you know, so my neighbor, my old neighbor that lived across the street, I want you to think about all the people she knows. Who is she married to? Are her kids somebody that could benefit? So maybe you've approached her for herself, but you have a kids product. Did you ever reach out to her about the kids product? Probably not. You probably told her about your main product and left it at that. So you could circle back and say, hey, I know we talked about, we'll say something such as, Beauty Counter is a great example. Okay, let's say you approached her about Beauty Counter, which is skincare, makeup, and they have some like body stuff, like body wash. Let's say you approached her about Beauty Counter. She's not interested. She's got her, Revlon or whatever stuff that she just loves, but you have a kids line. You could reach out to her and say, hey, I know we talked about you're super happy with your Revlon or whatever, but I wanted to let you know we have a kids line. I'm not sure if you've already found some great non-toxic brands that you love, but I wanted to see if I could send you some more info. That mom is most likely going to say yes because of her kids, right? She has kids. She's married. Who's her sister? Who does she hang out with? Does she have some girlfriends? I often will reach out to people who said no to me and ask them to host an online event, which we'll get into events in a little bit. They said no to me. And I said, you know what? I know my product isn't for you and you didn't like it. I sent you samples, whatever. Would you be willing to host a party? I'll give you some free stuff or whatever. Usually there's accessories or other things, or maybe they just don't want to spend the money. Would you be willing to host a party? I'll hook you up with some product and I'll do all the work for you. It'll be super simple. So you can actually work through your warm market to get a bunch of leads that you otherwise wouldn't have just by going through that list again. Also, this is a homework assignment. I want you guys to, you have your cell phones handy. If you have your cell phone and you're watching the Zoom on the cell phone, you can't do this. But if you're on your computer, I want you to click your contacts. So I'm on an iPhone right here. If you go like this and just do the really fast, you have to like whip it down fast so it knows you want to go to the bottom. Mine has 1,075 contacts on it. I have 4,950 contacts on Facebook. So what you can do is go through your cell phone list and scrub that and go through it and be like, who haven't I reached out to? On Facebook, if you go into your settings, which I can show you guys if you need help with that, just let me know in the comments if you don't know where to find it. You can download all your Facebook data and save it to your computer. How awesome is that? It gives you everything. Groups you're in, Facebook lists, all your posts. It puts it in this like magical thing into zip files. You save it onto your computer once in a while and you have it in case anything happens to your account. But what you can do is via Facebook, you can download your friends list. And this is my favorite part. It tells you in order at the bottom up who your oldest friends are. So what I did when I first opened up my prospecting group is I went backwards and I went to my oldest friends, right? Those are your best friends or the people that went to college with you or whatever. I started with them and I worked my way up and I asked myself, did I reach out? Did I reach out? Okay, I've reached out, but they're not in my group. Let me get them in my group. Okay, move on. So you can actually use your Facebook list to go through. And of course, you're going to find some people that you can say, hey, we've been friends on Facebook for quite some time and we've never connected. I wanted to reach out and introduce myself and find out a little bit about you. Tell me more about yourself. I saw you have some kids. How old are they? Mine are this age, blah, blah, blah. So you can go through your current friends list and actually use that to give you tons and tons of people to reach out, okay? And we'll go through your prospecting list and how to add people to that in a second, okay? And again, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. Okay, don't prejudge is the main thing. You don't want to prejudge because I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, She doesn't want my product. She hates her skin or whatever. Like, don't judge people, okay? You don't know. The next thing is these are hot leads, you guys, are people who comment on your post. So what I've noticed, which is really fun, is that Facebook will tell you if somebody is not your friend. If it's a friend's friend, it'll like gray them out, and next to it, it'll say so-and-so is friends with blah, 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 or 10 mutual friends. It'll flag it and let you know you're not friends with that person. So when you do Facebook Lives, that's probably it is the best way to get in front of more people. It will tell you that you have some people that are commenting on your stuff that are not your friends. Those are definitely people to reach out to, but all the other people as well. So when you post something, even if it's a GIF, use a GIF, okay, or whatever, something fun, or pictures of your kids. I want you to grab those people, okay? I want you to reach out to those people. Make sure your profile is on public. And if you post something that's really personal, such as pictures of your brand new baby, and you're like, I don't want some weirdos I don't know seeing my stuff, leave it up for about 4 hours, and then you can change that individual post to friends only, okay? But you want your account on public, because I used to have mine on friends only because of work. When I first started doing this, I was like terrified they would find out and like yell at me or something. Eventually, I learned that they don't freaking care, and it was fine. But in the meantime, I noticed a huge difference. Once I switched to public, I was getting tons and tons of eyeballs on my content. So you do want it on public. If you need to have like your secret account or something, or maybe just like a group chat with just your family and friends, that's what I would do. Otherwise, I would have it on public. So with that being said, you want to comment. When people comment, you want to reach out to them. Okay, so look for ways. So if you have I'll show you guys an example. We can go head over to Facebook, and you can do this on Instagram too. So let's see, we are talking about, branding, this is more for people into business. But okay, so this girl posted, so I have a group called Rockin' the Fab Life, which I think a lot of you know. So we're doing a challenge in there right now. So this girl posted her picture. So she's posting the picture and people are commenting. So if, say some of her friends commented on her post, which is really cool that she tagged me in it. What I could do is reach out to them and say, hey, I saw that you commented on Alicia's post. Tell me more. Are you, whatever, I'll look for an opportunity to chat with her. I saw that you commented on it. I'm doing a challenge right now. Would you like to jump into that? So it's a little bit different example, obviously, because I have a group. But as far as prospecting, and if you're in health and wellness, this would make sense, right? So if you're in health and wellness and somebody comments on this, then you could say, oh, thanks for commenting on my post about my smoothie. Tell me more. Tell me more. What interested you in my post, or what made you comment on it? Are you on a health journey as well? Try to find some commonality. Or if it's your kids, like I have a picture of Elise because it was her birthday somewhere. Let's see. Well, I did at some point. So there's a kid that's called Elise that's on here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here she is. Little Elise had her birthday. So this is a great one because if people are commenting happy birthday, Elise, you're going to get 25 comments is good. It tells you everybody who commented. So I can look and see if there's anybody on here like Claudia Anderson. Okay. So let's say I'm going to go to her page, and you can open in a new link, by the way. So you can just pull it up really quick and not lose your spot on there. And I'm going to show you a trick on how to grab their name for your prospecting sheet really easy. So Claudia, okay, if I've never interacted with Claudia before, and so I'm going to see that she has some kids. So I can actually reach out to Claudia and say, hey, I saw you commented on my little Elise's birthday picture. My girls are 3 and 4. It goes by so fast. Do you have kids too? Or if she's a grandma, do you have it looks like you have some kids there or grandkids. And then I can start to have a conversation with her. And then the goal is to build a relationship. So our goal isn't, and that's the main thing you guys want to remember. Everybody teaches different things. And I think you guys are drawn to me because I don't teach the cold messaging approach. You can totally do it, but I think it's really important to pay attention to how you feel energetically. So if it doesn't feel good to you, we want to find ways that feel really good to you. So I like to connect with people, and I like to try to get it over to the work question as soon as possible, or you can lead with your product. So if your product is a good fit for that person, then you can definitely lead with the product if you feel more comfortable. Or you can flip-flop, you can do either or. So you have to find what works best for you, but it's absolutely okay to lead with your product, you guys, okay? So the work question, we can go back to our pretend example. So I'm talking to Claudia and I say, oh, I saw you have some kids there. How old are they? And she says, oh, my kids are 8 and 12. And I'll say, oh, that's awesome. So do you stay at home or do you work? So we can start chatting about that. She's like, oh, well, I stayed at home with them, but they're in school now, so I'm looking for something else. Or maybe she just says, oh, I stay at home. I'm going to say to her, oh, cool. I actually work from home too. Have you ever thought about doing something on the side at home? And so I'm going to open that conversation up with her about the business. Now, let's say she's already in direct sales or network marketing. I know that happens to a lot of you because of the algorithm. Facebook will actually suggest that they will suggest other network marketers if your account is flagged as being a network marketing account. So if you have other people in network marketing, of course, you're probably not going to recruit them to do your business, but you can lead with your product. So you can say, oh, awesome. So you're in network marketing too. What company are you with? Oh, I'm with this company. Have you ever heard of, or have you ever tried blank? And then you can ask them about your company name. So just by a comment, you guys, you can totally start a conversation going, and we have some scripts we can go over as well, okay? The next one is viewing the stories. So let's see if I can sync up to our phone really quick. So with your stories, I do have that workshop coming up next week to help you guys out with that if you're not feeling confident in your stories. But let me just say one thing on stories, why I think it's so important. People are viewing stories as many as 3 to 4 times as much as the news feed. And when it comes to the news feed, the thing that's really interesting about that is that the news feed is reaction. Okay, so when people are scrolling the news feed, they're just seeing your stuff because it popped up in front of them. A story, they click that button, right? With a story, they click that little circle to go check you out. Those are really warm leads. They're not reacting. They're not doing the drive-by like. They actually stop to actually click your story, okay? So let me share with you, just in case you've never seen it before, I'm going to show you guys the stories here. Okay. And you can do this with Facebook and Instagram. I would check every day. And if you're doing a good job of tracking leads, if you have all your leads sorted alphabetically by first name, then you can easily just check really quick to see if you've connected with that person before, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Facebook or Instagram, and then you're going to click your stories. Okay, see this down here in the corner, 106? So what I can do is I can look, and look at how cool that is. It tells me she replied in Messenger. It tells me she's active now, which is really cool. So I'm just going to go down the list, and I'm going to see if there's anybody that has watched my story that I haven't talked to lately. And then I'm just going to cross-reference this list. And what's really awesome, again, they clicked it to look at my story. So you've got your different stories. Oh, and you can swipe across. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Okay, so let's pretend I haven't talked to Tammy. I'm going to message Tammy. I'm going to say, hey, Tammy, I saw you viewed my stories, and I realized it's been some time since we've connected. Or I realized, we're friends on Facebook, but we've never actually chatted before. Thanks for watching my story. Tell me more about yourself, or what caught your eye with my story. Now, if your story makes sense with your product, so let's pretend my story right here says, I love my new makeup. I don't know, whatever. Pretend it's about my makeup. So if there's a little thing that said, I love my makeup, I could say, hey, Tammy, I saw you commented on my story about my makeup. What grabbed your attention? Are you into beauty stuff too? Or do you like, beauty products? Or are you looking, what caught your eye, basically? You want to open it up, something that's going to get her to talk to you about it, okay? So she says, oh, yeah, your makeup looked really pretty. I think, yeah, it looked really nice, whatever. You can say, oh, awesome. Actually, I actually have a group where I show how I did that. It took me like 5 minutes. It's my favorite get ready, glam night look, but it's just super quick and easy. Can I add you to that group and share more with you? So you can add her to the group. You can talk to her more. Say, do you have a makeup person? So, or do you have a hair person? Do you have a skincare consultant? One neat reach out that a jewelry company girl said to me is she said, I wanted to see, do you already have a Stella and Dot consultant? And I was like, no, I don't. Like, it was a legit question. I didn't have a Stella consultant. I'm not really a big jewelry person, but it was a legit question. And I was like, actually, I don't. I really liked her reach out. It made total sense. So somebody that's in jewelry could see this and say, hey, I saw your picture and I liked your jewelry. Do you already have a Stella consultant? And then she could approach me about that. So you're just looking for a piece of communication, something you have in common, something where you can reach out and ask a question, okay? So your stories is easy peasy, okay? Be checking that every day, you guys, okay? Which I'll give you an activity tracker to help you guys out as well. Okay, so let's pop off of there. So let's go into groups. All right, so let's go into some Facebook groups. Okay, so with Facebook groups, the best way I think is to comment and interact and offer value. So there's 3 phases, well, really, yeah, 3 phases to Facebook groups in my opinion. The first one is to interact, okay? So just comment when other people have things to say. So let's see if we can find a group that would make sense for us to jump into. I think I'm in some like Bad Life. Let's see. I don't even think I'm in this group, am I? Oh, that's my group. Oh, there you go. I think I'm in that group since I run that group. Something like Fit Life, maybe? Okay, here's a Fit Moms group. Okay, so I'm in this Fit Moms group, okay? And this is her pin post, we'll ignore that, but favorite leggings and go. Okay, you guys know I just did a Facebook Live with Candace, who is with Zaya. It's activewear. Well, you may or may not know, but I just did a Facebook Live with Candace for Zaya. Okay, this is perfect for her. So she's not going to say, my stuff is awesome, buy my stuff, and put a link in here. She's going to say, I love Zaya, okay, in the comments. And then people are saying different things. So what she can do is she can comment on this. She can like their comments. She can friend them because it all makes sense with what she's about to say. And she can reach out to Cindy. Hey, Cindy, I saw your comment. I would give them a second to accept your friend request. If it shows they're online, they'll probably accept it right away. There's 2 spots where messages go. If you guys aren't friends, it goes into a filtered spot, and sometimes they won't see it if they're not very savvy on Facebook. So I'm going to reach out to Cindy and I'm going to say, Cindy, I saw your comment about leggings. You guys, if you're in health and wellness, you could say, I saw your comment about leggings. It sounds like you're into fitness. How long, are you training for anything, or are you just trying to get healthier? So you can, let's see if I can mute this person. You can actually easily work that in with health and wellness, okay? So Candace is in activewear. So Candace says, Melissa, I saw your comment on there. Have you ever tried Zaya before? And Melissa's going to say, I've never heard of it. What is it? She's going to tell her why it's different. The stuff is high quality, super comfortable. It's made to go the distance. Everything is compression, so you feel really fit. You don't, if you're running, all the girls stay in place. And I've got this great promo code that I love to welcome new customers, okay, or whatever her in is going to be. So Candace is going to reach out to the people in the group with her offering one-on-one in Messenger. You're not going to post the links. You're not going to do anything like that, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is comment or like things. The second thing you're going to do is reach out and friend them and reach out. And the third thing, you're going to offer value. So what I did is in this group, as I posted, I have a 30-day challenge in offering value, right? If you're in a women's entrepreneur group and you've created a freebie, and if that's like way over, you're just like, I don't even know what Kimberly's talking about. Don't worry about that right now. But if you're that advanced, meaning you've built some content out and you have some stuff to offer, something free that is a little more advanced, that's cool, great. If you have it, then what you can do is share it in the group and say, hey, I've got this thing, and put it in there. And you can ask the admin if you're not sure if it's appropriate. Ask the admin, okay? Message the admin. It'll tell you who the admin is in the members section. So you can ask the admin, hey, is it okay if I share this in your group, okay? Or just post it and see what happens. But you adding value where it makes sense without selling is going to get you a lot further. I have people in my groups every day that put spammy stuff in there, and I monitor my group so I don't let it come in. And it's pretty crazy the things that people put in there. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So you don't want to spam the groups. You'll get kicked out of the groups, and it's just not a good thing, okay? My screen's Oh, it's blank. Okay, thank you. Stop shared. That's weird. Let's try again. Oh, because of the iPhone. There we go. Thanks, guys. Okay, so here's our pretend group. So Fit Moms, well, it's not pretend, but our pretend example. Fit Moms, favorite leggings, and go. So I would comment and put Zaya, and then I would like these people's things. I would friend them, and then I would reach out in Messenger to them. So when you first get in a group, the first phase is just starting to engage. Comment, like, no more than 1 to 3 groups at a time. You don't want to be in a gazillion groups. You're going to start to notice how active things are, right? So you can see these people are posting pretty much all day long. So that's pretty awesome. This is an active group, and this would be one that I want to make sure I have notifications turned to all posts, okay? You could do that for sure. Oh, I didn't need to do that, but that's okay. So that's how you can actually get leads. You guys, I posted my challenge thing in 2 different groups. It was really late. It was like Friday, like 11 p.m. or Saturday night, maybe Saturday night. And I said, I've got this challenge starting Monday. It's free. Let me know if you want in. One group, there was like 40 some comments. The other group was like 47, and they kept coming in the days after. So if you have something of value, or you could offer something funny, like if there's a funny like mompreneur type thing, you want people to notice you, okay? You want people to say, oh, you know, who is that person? She's standing out to me as well. Okay, new friends. So let's do, Houston is, as long as their friends are showing, you can actually build up your friends list through your friends' friends. So I like finding friends in groups because we have something in common. And then I like working through my friends' friends because then we have mutual friends and I can get a great network going with my friends' friends. The reason why I like this is because you already know your friends. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of your target demographic, okay? So you want to be thinking, who do I want to work with? And let's say I'm like, I would love to work with someone like Houston, okay? Whether or not we are, but who is your ideal person, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to her friends list. And, oh my gosh, that's my husband. Isn't that cute? Look at that little picture. They're so small. That's like super old, but that's okay. It's still cute. So you're going to go through, now this is showing our mutual friends. So I'm going to scroll down past our mutual friends. And then what we're looking for here is we want to look for where we have friends in common. Now I'm going to look at her friends list and I'm looking for my ideal customer or business builder. I'm not looking for all her friends and to join all of her friends, okay? So let's say I look at Betsy's really quick and I will go on their page typically really quick just to make sure it's a good fit. But I can tell this girl, Betsy, she loves horses. She has cute little kids, has a family. I like to work with moms because I have young kids and that's the season of life I'm in right now. We have 6 mutual friends, so I'm going to add her as a friend. This would be a good, oh, we have 9 mutual friends. This would be a good friend request. If it's just 2, that will still work, but it's the more, okay, this is a great example. Al and I only have Houston in common. It's not a great one. It would be probably okay, but if you do too many of those where you don't have a lot in common, Facebook will flag you and say, do you really know this person? We only recommend that you request friends that you actually know. You want to stop if that happens because their algorithm is detecting that you don't know these people very well. So if you have some mutual connections, typically the person, if they're on Facebook, they'll accept it because they see that you have so many mutual friends in common, okay? I mean, seriously, look at that little picture. How sweet. So 10 to 20 friends a day at a time, no more than 20 at a time. Again, if you get flagged, you're going too fast. Facebook is just guarding your account against a bot, some kind of robot or automated system is a big no-no. So if you're going too fast, you're appearing to be a robot, which Facebook doesn't like. So if you get flagged, you don't want to end up in Facebook jail. You just want to get it off and move on with your day. So friend requesting is part of your daily activity tracker. We want your friends list to be in the thousands. Getting your friends list into the thousands is going to give you so many people to reach out to and have conversations with that when you do a curiosity post, like the one I did yesterday, there's over 100 comments on it. I have 5,000 friends. If I had 250 friends on Facebook still, I would get 3 people that would comment. And one of them would be my husband probably because he's like, I got to help my wife out here. She needs some help. So make sure you guys are constantly adding to your friends list. If people don't respond, meaning you wish them a happy birthday and they don't respond,
then unfriend them so you can leave some room up for more people. But right now, it's just a numbers game. Let's just get that number up, reaching out to quality people that you would like to have be in your business, whether it's a customer or a business builder. Speaking of birthday messages, you go right here to birthdays of my friends. You're going to get a notification every day, and it's going to tell you whose birthday it is. So every single day, and once in a great while, if I miss a day, I'll do happy belated. I message every single one of my friends. So that's like 5,000 people a year. It's a lot. It takes me 10 to 15 minutes a day. And I say pretty much the same thing, but I change it up a little bit. I always use their name, especially if it's somebody I know. I'll like leave a voice message. So you can do a voice memo if that's easier, or you can just type it. But you want to wish them happy birthday for several reasons. It's a way to keep your list clean. Because if a year goes by and you haven't reached out to Myra, if I go to message her and we've never talked, I need to start a conversation with Myra or get her off my friends list, because what's the point of us being friends? Just to have a friend, which is good, right, to have friends, but we want to make sure that it's an active list. So I'm going to birthday message her. When she responds back, what I always do is I look for a way to keep the conversation going. So if I reach out to Myra and I say, happy birthday, Myra, and you could just hover over and click message. That way you don't have to keep clicking back and forth. I message Myra, hey, Myra, happy birthday. Hope you have an awesome day. And Myra says, thank you so much. I think it will be. Then I'm going to say, oh, I mean, I don't have a cat, so we don't have that in common, but I'm going to look for something in common with Myra. And if we have nothing in common, then I'm either going to try to find something, or I'm going to make a note to maybe unfriend her. If we have nothing in common, it makes no sense for us to be friends. I won't do it right then, but I will wait, however many days, and I would potentially unfriend that person if they don't respond or we have nothing in common. Again, what is the point of having her on your list? Most likely, though, your product can help everybody, so you should be able to approach her with your product. So every day, you guys, do those birthday messages. It's really, really going to help you out. The next one is if you're doing Facebook Lives, everybody who reacts to your Facebook Live. So I think on here it shows you who reacts, right? Oh, this is on my business page, so we can't say it. Well, either way, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see the reactions. So you're going to hover over, and it's going to tell you everybody who liked it, reacted, whatever. You can't see who viewed your Facebook Live, but you can see everybody who reacted to it and everybody who commented. Those people are all leads. So again, you're going to want to check them against your leads list and make sure you reach out to them. And what you can do is say, hey, Hillary, I noticed that you watched my Facebook Live on having an awesome mindset, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. What was your favorite part? Or what did you like the most? Or what made you interested in watching it? And you're going to talk to Hillary about it and see if you can take the conversation further, which you should be able to do. Then the next way is, and this is just all ideas for you guys to see, it's freaking endless, is it not? So the next way is in person. So that's another one that sometimes people get hung up on. I do all my recruiting online, but of course, if I'm out and about, I'm going to, reach out to somebody. So what I do is when there's an opportunity, I will say to them, oh, well, I should really tell you what I do. Every single time I say that, people say, okay, what do you do? If I'm in a really big hurry, I'll just say, I got to send you some info because this might be awesome for you. Let's connect on Facebook really quick, and we'll find each other, friend each other. I'll make a note to myself, and I'll message them later. It gives you a follow-up, and it takes all the pressure off the situation. Otherwise, if you're just waiting for a table at dinner, and you're just standing in the lobby, and you start chatting with somebody, and you get to chatting, and you say, oh, what do? You can say, I'm a brand influencer for blah, blah, blah. They're like, well, what does that mean? Say, I actually get paid to share about this product on social media. Isn't that neat? And they're like, you get paid to say, yeah, it's really awesome. Have you ever thought about doing something like that? Or do you know anyone who could benefit from that or use some extra income on the side? Most everybody wants to have a side hustle. I mean, everybody, it's the average person and family, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're $1,000 away from of a financial disaster. So think of it that way. Most people could really use some extra money, and you never know. Think about yourself. What if the person that introduced you never asked you, right? you wouldn't be here right now. So you want to be thinking about, don't judge. Remember, it's a potential blessing for other people. And then referrals. So what I would recommend doing is when you have a customer that sends you a selfie or before and after, or they message you, they say, man, I am just loving this product, or they post something on their page, whatever, I would encourage them to tag you, obviously, if they post it on their page. Encourage them to actually go ahead and post on their page and tag you in it. So if Patty, let's see, Stacy reached out to me and Stacy says, oh my gosh, Kimberly, I'm just loving this product. I'll say, I'm so excited. That's awesome. Let me remind you of our referral program. So I tell Stacy about the referral program. If your company doesn't have one, you can just make up your own. Okay, so you just say, oh, for every 3 customers you refer me, I'll send you a full-size product. It would be worth it for you to do that, you guys. So I'll tell Stacy, okay, if you, I'll help you put it together, but if you want to go ahead and post, put a post together on your page, it's called a curiosity post. I will follow up with every single person who comments in Messenger. And if they want to go ahead and order, you will get credit for it, and I will give you a thank you gift. Or our company program is this. This will be really great to get you that free product. I've asked my customers to do that, and it always goes over really well. So take your current customer list, and that could be another homework assignment, is to go through your list. Are you reaching out to your current customers? Are you seeing if they have referrals? Is there anybody in Messenger that they can connect you with, or pass along an email, or do a group text message, or post a curiosity post? And you don't want to say the company name. You got to coach them through that. I'm sure you guys know I'm a big fan of curiosity posts. What you can also do is ask your customer to host that online event we were talking about. I'm a huge fan of the 15-minute Facebook party. I actually did one Monday night that was 10 minutes long. I was like, okay, maybe I should just slow down a little bit. But the 15-minute Facebook party that I teach in my workshops, it's a great format because it's short, sweet, to the point. The really neat thing is your customer is going to host it. You're going to reward her with product, do some kind of incentive for all of her party people. You can walk away from those parties with 30 to 50 leads. Okay, on average, I get at least 2 new customers from those parties. I've had one that was a bust, and I've had other ones where I've had more customers, people joining my business. But think about it. How else could you get 30 to 50 warm leads from somebody that you know? It's amazing. So if you're not doing that, I would start doing that right away and make a goal for yourself to host so many events online per month. Okay, so I'm done telling you my gazillion of ideas of recruiting, upon how to find people. So let's go over here and prospecting. Oh, no. Tracker. What's it called? Okay, I will have to. You know what? I think. Where would that be? I'll get it for you guys if it's not in here. Let's put that Instagram peer group. Okay, here we go. Give me a second. Okay, so this is for people doing the Instagram boot camp, but I know it's in here. Here's my prospecting tracker. Okay, awesome. Thank you, God. Here it is. Okay, so I will give this to you guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the group for you guys. Let me get a sticky note so I can remember to do that. And then this is the most important thing, seriously. Okay, I'm going to drop this link in the group for you guys. I have a whole video on it, but I'll just give you the short and sweet on it. What you're going to do is this, since this is my master copy, you can't have this one. So you're going to click File, Make a Copy at the top. File, Make a Copy. You're going to call it whatever, and then that'll save into your own Google Drive, and then you'll have your own version of it, okay? And then you'll ditch this one. Because you can't edit this one, you can only view it. So there are 3 different ways that you can track your leads, okay? So I'm going to show you the 3 different ways. This first one is paper, and I know 6- and 7-figure earners that use paper. I know one 7-figure earner that frickin' uses sticky notes on her wall. True story. It does not matter, okay? As long as you have a system, it doesn't matter. The key is having a system. So right now, if you don't have a system, you make that your 2019 resolution, because if you can get organized, you guys, you're going to make money. The problem is a lot of people are not organized and their mind is very confused and feels busy and just scattered. And you can't be effective when your mind is that way. A confused mind does nothing. But if you can get really organized and have a system, like, okay, when I reach out to a new person. So what I do personally, you guys, is once I have the conversation with them, where I'm going to put them in a 3-way chat, or we're going to look at a video, or put them in a group, then I put them on here. They don't go on my list unless they have reciprocated in some way. So for example, if I say, hey, Sarah, I saw you watched my stories and it was really wonderful. What inspired you about that quote or whatever? I don't put her on here until she replies back, until she engages back with me, because otherwise, why would I waste my time putting her on here? She's just going to, I don't know. That's just me personally, probably because there's so many freaking people on my list. So you have to decide how you want to do that. Okay, if you want to do paper, I would find something like this. I got this, I think, on Amazon. There are 5 tabs, so you can just call it, whatever you want. The first tab, so the 5 sections are, the first section is your master list. Everybody goes on the first section. So every single prospect goes in your master list. The second one is your business builder prospects. So brand influencers, whatever you want to call it. The second tab is your business builder prospects. So the people that potentially are going to do the business with you. The third tab is your potential customers. If you're not sure, just pick one, because you can always move them, but you need to put them somewhere. So the first list is just where you throw everybody. So you're chatting with somebody and they say, oh yeah, I watched your stories. It was really awesome. Put them down. Watched my stories. Mom with 2 kids. I sent her a message. Okay. Once you expose her and you say, tell me more about what you do. And she says, oh, I work for an insurance agency. I've been doing it for a really long time. And then you say, oh, have you ever thought about doing something different? And she says, yes, I have. I can't stand it. I have a long commute and I don't see my kids and I can't stand it. And you say, oh, well, I actually, I've been able to build my business online. I do it full time now. Can I tell you more about it? And she says, sure. You are going to expose her. Okay. You're either going to talk to her and tell your story. You're going to get her in a 3-way chat. You're going to send her a video. You're going to put her in a group and tag her, whatever your system is. You have exposed her. Now we sent her to the business builder tab. The third one is if you're leading with a product and you've said, have you ever heard of Unique or whatever your company is? And she says, no, she says, yes, I have. And say, oh, have you ever used, ordered anything from there? Have you ever tried it? She says, no, I haven't. Now she is a customer prospect. The fourth one is your business builder, so your team members. And the fifth one is your customers. So let's say you have a flash sale or some kind of new product launch. How exciting is it? You grab your thing here, and then you go down the list of customers. Message, tell them. Everybody's together. Or there is a really important call, like a state of the company call, and you want everybody on this Zoom. Or maybe your upline is putting this great training together. You go to the tab where all your business builders are, and you can just run through the list. Or you're thinking, oh, I don't know, like what are people's goals this month? You can just run through the list, okay? So if you're gonna do paper, it's fine. I've tried all of these methods. This didn't work for me, but like I said, I know lots of people this works for, so you gotta figure out what's gonna work best for you. The second one is Google Sheets. So this is the one that I like. So let's go to the demo tab. So if you guys copy this, at the bottom is one says demo, so you can kind of see how it's set up. So I put a little star. I put a little star next to them once I friended them. Red means they've said they're like a no for right now. Yellow means I've exposed them or I'm not sure. And then green means they've either signed up or became a customer. Okay. So what you do is you put their name. Now let me show you a really cool trick. If you go, let's see. Okay, if you highlight the person's name like this and click copy, and then you go to your tracker and paste it right here. When I go to click that link, it opens up to her page. Isn't that awesome? How fast is your follow-up going to be? So you can do it right here too. You just highlight right here or up here. There's a URL. This is her actual URL right here. So she is super fun. Okay, so you just highlight that or just grab their name like this right here and click copy. And then you go over here and you just paste it in there and it'll link right to her page, which is awesome. So we've got all our people in here. Okay, so then the next column is expose. Expose means you've told them what you do. That's what exposures are. Reach outs are just connections. So I track my reach outs every day. Like, okay, I reach out to 100 people today. It could be a birthday message. Maybe I commented on their post, friended them, whatever. That's a reach out. Exposures are how many people have you shared your business with or your product. That's exposures. So you said, have you heard of, or I work with other moms and this is what I do. Have you ever thought about doing something like that? That's exposing them, okay? You send them a video, you tell them your story, that's exposing them. Added to the group, so I track that because I wanna know who I've added to my group and not. Any notes, if you're warming them up and getting to know them, you can comment on their stuff so many times. I used to track like how many times I would comment and that just got tedious and just too much, so I don't do that anymore. Okay, so these numbers are important. The last follow-up date is the last time you followed up with them. Now, if you followed up with them and they said, so you guys chatted, maybe you talked on the phone or something, or you voice messaged back and forth, and they said, I'm really interested in this, but I want to talk to my husband about it, or I'd love to order from you, but I'm going on vacation, or hit me up after the holidays. Does that sound familiar? Then you're going to set a follow-up for yourself, okay? So you're going to say, all right, I'm going to follow up with Sarah, silly Sarah, in 2 weeks. Then you're going to put that follow-up date right here. Now, this is what's really cool. The way I have this set up, these are all filtered. You can sort by first name. So you can click right here, A to Z. You can sort by first name. You can also sort by next follow-up date. And this is what I do every day. So every morning when I'm doing my follow-ups, I sort it so the soonest person comes up first. It'll be in order and tell you who do you follow up with today. So when you've got this list of hundreds, that can be really overwhelming. But if you pull this up and you sort it and there are 5 to 10 people to follow up with, totally manageable. You got a clickable link, you click their link, and then boom, you go over to their Facebook page and you message them with a follow-up. Super simple. Now, the day 1, day 3, day 7, it's arbitrary, you guys. You can pick whatever you want with it. You can call it follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3, and keep track of how many times you follow up. That's totally fine. Here are follow-up ideas. Watch a video, try a sample, meet for coffee, attend an event, hop on a team call, watch a webinar, get in a 3-way call or chat, lead with the product, share any sales, share any new products, add them to your, add them to your group. So just look for different ways to follow up. You want to have permission to follow up. So one of the things that people, like there was this girl who kept trying to get me to join her team. And I kept saying like, I don't want to. And she kept asking me the same question. So I was just checking in to see if you're ready. And I'm like, I'll message you when I'm ready, which is not ever. But I didn't say that to her, obviously. But she just kept asking me the same thing over and over again. So you want to get creative and think of a new way. So if you led with the product, you could lead with the business. If you led with the business, you could lead with the product. So you could just look for different ways, but you want to have permission. It needs to make sense. You don't want to just check in and say, how's it going, Sarah? Like that doesn't make any sense. If you said, hey, Sarah, the last time we chatted, you said that you were really, really overwhelmed with the holidays and super busy, but you were intrigued in what I was doing. I wanted to circle back. I hope you had a great holiday. And I wanted to see if we could connect. There's actually this really great blank tomorrow night on social media. There's this online call that is going to have more information on what I do. Could I send you information on that? Would you check it out? And she says, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Okay, see how easy that is versus saying, hey, Sarah, how are your holidays? And she's like, great, how about you? They were great, but I really want, like the truth is I'm really trying to follow up with you. I mean, it's just awkward, okay? So don't make it weird. You want it to be real and genuine. And then you can just check it off as you follow up with people, okay? And it's not an exact science. I'm not like, ooh, it's been 3 days. Like it really depends on the person. If it's a hot conversation and she's super pumped and you did a Zoom, you're going to follow up right within a day or two. You don't want to let it go too far, right? That's really important too. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but that's okay. Okay. And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat feature for me. So the third way is some kind of software. So there is Asana Rebel, is that what it's called? I thought it was just, no, that's not it. Okay. So I think it's Project, yeah. This is free, Asana. A lot of people like Asana. So you guys can look this up. And it's pretty cool. I know lots of people use it for project management, but I know people have done like high up in the company I'm with, and they love it. So I never got into it because I love my Google Sheets, and I like the Google Sheets because there's an app, so I can use it on my phone too if I'm out and about. But Asana is free, so you would just set it up. It's like project based. You can categorize people. You could put, just like the notebook, you could have all your potential customers, all your potential business builders, follow up. You can tell it when to notify you that a follow-up is due. You can invite other people and do all kinds of stuff with it. The other one is Trello. And I know people really like this one a lot. This one's cool too because you can just drag and drop. So you can actually have, like, for example, it could say hot leads, and you could have a list of like your hot people, the ones that you've just talked to, just got on a Zoom, they just watched a video, they seem really interested. You could have your hot leads. I'm visual, so I like to see things in front of me. Over here could be pending in your group. So maybe you added them to your Facebook group and it's pending, so you need to make sure that they get in there so you can tag them on something. The third one could be brand new team members, to make sure they're in the onboarding, right? That beginning stage, whatever. You could call it whatever you want, and you just grab it and drag people around, and you can do all kinds of freaking things. It's super robust. There's also, do you guys know in the comments, what's that one? TeamZ, that's what it is. TeamZ was created by network marketers. So you can actually put your name of your company in, and it'll load it all up based on, you can set up sales projections, goals, all kinds of stuff. And based on what you load in, it can load your friends list from Facebook on there. Isn't that cool? So there's steps on how to do it, and I've done it before. Again, I tried all of these to see what I liked the best. It puts them all in there for you, which is really neat. So this one is out of sight, out of mind, meaning you can't see everybody, like all your people. So this was hard for me because I'm so visual, but I know people who really like it. And you put your goals in here, your why, like they did a really good job with it. That one costs money. And I don't know if Trello is free or not. If anyone knows, you can just put that in the comments, okay? Most importantly though, you have to have a system and you have to follow up, okay? People typically don't say yes the first time. It's like 3 to 5 follow-ups. It's not, 7 to 11 or whatever the numbers are that people say out there. That's more general terms for sales. Network marketing is closer to 3 to 5 follow-ups. So if you can get organized, you guys, you'd be surprised. And people's situations change. So if you just do the work and follow up, you'll really be impressed of the fruits of your labor, of seeing how that works. Because again, it's a 90-day cycle, right? Most people don't say yes that first time. Okay, so now we're going to go over scripts really quick. And this is in the Files tab. Okay, this is in the group in the Files tab. So I'm not going to go over all of this, but I wanted to just quickly explain like basically some stuff on here. So this is for your warm market. What I like to do is say I'm a brand influencer. I like it better than saying some of the other things out there. So it's up to you. Find your group. Keep it simple though, you guys, super simple. You want to tell them what you're doing, and you want to say, here's some great results. So you can send them some before and after pictures. And then you're going to say, if I would you. So this is a Eric Worre. He says, if I would you. He says people reciprocate that, and it's just a way to ask a question. They're more likely to say yes. So you say, if I sent you a short video, added you to a group, connected you with my, I'm just learning about this company. But if I connect you with so let's say you're in skincare. If I connected you with my skincare person, would you hop on a chat with them? Whatever that looks like. Depending, if it's your girlfriend, you can just say, hey girl, Like, I'm doing this. Do you want to do this with me? You've got to get on the phone with me. I have something super exciting to share with you. Just get on the phone, okay? Get on the phone with those people that you know really well. And if you want to lead with the business, you can just say, I wanted to see if we could hop on the phone, chat about what I'm doing. It may or may not be a fit, but would you be open to hearing more? I feel like you guys have all heard that script before. You can just say, girl, I've got to tell you what I'm doing, and be excited and tell her about what you have to offer, okay? So some of these scripts, you guys can just look through these. No response, I forgot. There's just all kinds of resources for you, okay? Here's a cold market script. This is when you're getting to know them, but it's still like you don't really know this person. This is more of a cold market. So you've connected with them on Facebook. You've looked at their profile, and you're chatting with them a little bit and say, oh, well, actually, I work with a lot of stay-at-home moms, or I work with a lot of realtors. And if you don't personally, you can say we and talk about your team. It's totally fine to borrow your team's success, okay? So we work with a lot of stay-at-home moms. We work with a lot of realtors. We work with a lot of stylists. And it sounds like you may want to take a look at what we do. I'm not sure if it's a fit or not, but if I tagged you in a short video, would you watch it? Or if I connected you with my friend that's been doing this a long time, would you be open to that? Whatever. So I work with a lot of is a really good way to connect with people, because it shows you're experienced. They're the type of person that you work with, and then they feel like, oh, okay, she works with other moms. Awesome. And people want to fit in, right? So I work with a lot of, that can be a nice little cold, more of a lukewarm. We'll call it lukewarm because I don't like cold messaging, okay? And then this takes you through the process. So this is more that like traditional, great, when you're done watching it, leading for a chat. If this is all new to you, you guys can read through this. So this is what I did, you guys, when I was new. I downloaded some different scripts from some different network marketers, and I pieced it together for what fit best for me. And I'm not kidding you. When somebody would message me back, I'd grab my scripts out and I'd look at them, and then I would type it in my own words. You never want to copy and paste. They can tell. Facebook tells voice messaging is the best thing you can freaking do. A lot of people don't voice message, so they're like, ooh, this is kind of different. Ooh, this is kind of fun. Voice message, Rebecca and I were doing that, and she was like, oh, how about that, right? And so it's different because you can hear the tone, you can hear the excitement, you can make that emotional connection that you get with a voice. We all know messaging and texting, it kind of takes the emotion out. So you can actually use the voice message, look at these scripts and say, okay, great. So they say, yes, they're going to look at it. Awesome. When you're done, let me know, because you're going to have questions, right? So I'll connect you with my friend Kimberly. She's been doing this a lot longer. Like I told you, I'm brand new, or I've just started out with this. Even if you've been doing it 2 years, it's okay. You're still new because your upline's been doing it longer. So when you're done, let me know, because we'll just connect with her. And then you can say, great, let me know when you're done. They let you know when they're done. Get on a group chat, and then have your upline take over, okay? If your upline doesn't know how to do that, you need to find somebody who's gonna help you guys. It's a game changer when you can get on three-way chats. It's gonna help you out so much. So this is from Jessica Higdon. It was a free download thing from her website, so you guys can look through this. This is for straight up cold market, okay? Again, I don't really love that, but if you want some ideas on how to bring it up, use this as a guideline. What do you do? How long have you been doing that? How's it been going for you so far? So if somebody's in real estate, you can say, oh, how long have you been doing real estate? Oh, 20 years. Oh, wow. How has it been going for you? Our area was really, really hot here in Austin. It's, it's kind of leveling out, but how is it over by you? And they might say, oh, right. Who knows? It might be doing great, but a lot of people it's not. And if they're having this conversation, there's a good chance that they need some extra income. A lot of people who are entrepreneurs are open to multiple streams of income, okay? You can also say, this is one line that I really like a lot. Have you ever considered doing something else? Or asking, have you ever considered doing something on the side? So if somebody's a stay-at-home mom, they homeschool, it feels like they already have their thing. They're in corporate America or whatever. Have you ever considered doing something on the side? I really like that question a lot, because it's a way to find out if they have and if they're open to it. And sometimes they'll say, I haven't, but I would be, I want to know more. Or you could say, oh, okay, no problem. Can I tell you more about what I do? Can I tell you more about what I do? Then you find out if you can tell them more about what you do. If not, next. I do it all the time. Go for no. Go read that book. Go for no. It's okay, you guys. It's just part of the process. You're getting a lot of no's. You're doing your job because you're reaching out to a lot of people. And here's some closing from Ray. He's much more hardcore than I am. Disclaimer, so you can read through his stuff. He's just very like, boom, right? He's a strong closer. So here's some objections from Tanya Eliza. Again, a freebie I got off of her website. Money, think about it, not enough time. I don't have it. This is from Get Over Your Damn Self. So I got this from the book. You guys can grab the book if you want to. It's a really great book. It's very thorough. So this is just the closing part, the objections. What I like about her objections is she clarifies. For example, I don't think I have enough time to do this. She asks, how much time do you think you need to start building your own business? So you can find out, right? Or if they say, I don't have enough money. You ask them, okay, if money wasn't an issue, would you still want to look at this business? Is it truly money? And so you're going to clarify those questions. Those are great things to do. Knowing it's a numbers game, right? Like people, it's just nature. They have to be asked over and over again. Couple more. I've done MLMs before. What do you do? Have your 30-second commercial down. You know, what do you do? I help people feel awesome, or have great hair, or I found a way to make money part-time doing something I love, or I found a way to build a business online from my cell phone. I found a way to build a full-time income from my cell phone. Isn't that neat? People are like, what? How do you do that? Okay, everyone wants to do that. Most people want to be able to have that time freedom and that flexibility. So those are some just different ideas for scripts. Just make sure that you don't copy anything. Okay, that's a really, really important part. And you want to work your story in, okay? You want to work your story in. So I call it the sizzling story, but you want to have your little spiel. So you guys know how Facebook, if you've used the voice message thing, it cuts you off after a minute. A good test is to get your story down to a minute or less, okay? At first, you probably won't because you're not as concise and you'll be nervous a little bit. You might be rambling, but you want to be able to work your story in. So when you are chatting with somebody that you're getting to know and there's an opportunity to bring it up, they say, what do? You can say, oh, actually, it's a really interesting story. A couple months ago, my neighbors had just started doing a side business, a home-based business, and she said I had to try the product. And I was very skeptical, but I was like, okay, I'll try it. You know, it's my neighbor. Oh my gosh, I fell in love. Like ever since then, this has happened to me. And I was just sharing it because I was so excited. They had this really great referral program. And before you know it, I was actually generating income from it. I thought I could actually do this. So since then, I've actually built my business online, quit my full-time job, and I actually do this all the time now. And I love it because I'm building this really big team. And it's been so much fun just to work with other motivated, incredible women. And so with me sharing my story, does any of that resonate with you? Do you know anyone who would like to do something like that? Or have you ever thought about doing something from home? And you just ask her straight up. And that sizzling story is where you're excited and you have your spiel down, but you really want to be connected to your story. So if you're not passionate about it, you got to dig deep, girls, okay? You got to feel like, why do I love what I'm doing? Okay, I get more time with my kids. You know, I was sick and tired of that long commute. I was working crazy hours. You want to bring it all together. So practice it, get it down. And there's 4 parts to your sizzling story that in the book, Get Over Your Damn Self. If you haven't read that book, put that on your book list of books to read. Get over your damn self. She has the 4 steps. Also in my group, Gold Digging Boss Babes, if you type in sizzling story, there's a video I did on training on the 4 steps. And I give you examples of the 4 steps. If you want to go through that a little bit in more detail, go watch that video I did on it. It's more in depth than what I just went over with you, but just for time's sake, you guys can check that out. Okay, so last but not least is we're going to go over Facebook groups. And okay, so the ATM method, I talked about this today in the Gold Diggers of Network Marketing. I'm getting all hot and bothered talking about Facebook groups today. So I've been talking about it. I just did it on my podcast too. So ATM method, I think it's kind of going to become secondary, to be honest, just the way that double opt-in now. I think that it has a place, but I think you're going to have to really step it up. And you're going to have to get really comfortable with sharing your story and getting people connected on a 3-way chat or into a Zoom or something or a team call or whatever. Okay. So here's your funnel. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to ask them if they're going to take a look. Okay. First step, here you go. Here's your sales funnel. A sales funnel is your process. You have to have a sales funnel. You need to be really clear on what the heck do I do with these leads? Otherwise, you're not going to prospect, okay? You're going to feel really disorganized. You need to have your system, and you need to be able to teach your team this, okay? Here's your system. Facebook groups, no. The system is take a look. Are you willing to take a look at what I do? They say, yes, I am, okay? You're going to voice message them a brief summary of how it's helped you. So like a sizzling story, okay? Oh, like I told you guys, oh, my neighbor, she gave me some stuff to try. I fell in love. Since then, it's like totally changed my life. And I was working all the time, and I've been able to build this up part-time where I actually quit my corporate job of 20 years. I do this full-time, 100% on social media, on my cell phone. And I'm really excited because I'm building a huge team, and we're just changing lives. And I'm so excited about the future and working with all these super motivated women. So you're going to tell your story in voice messenger. So how has it helped you, right? Your story. And then you say, here's a blank. So you can say, so if they're open, you guys, to take a look, great, awesome. Okay, you're open to taking a look, great. Tell them your story, and then say, here's a video. Here is a YouTube video. Here's a website you can check out. Here's some great before and after pictures that I just love. And then say, say, take a look at that. So if it's before and after pictures, they're not like going and watching a video or something. But if there's a video to watch, you're going to say, check this video out. What questions did you have? Let me know when you're done watching it. What questions do you have? So it's all going to happen pretty fast. They're going to be interested in checking it out. Make sure the video is really short, just a couple minutes long, nothing too long. What questions did you have? And they say, well, I don't understand how you make money. I don't understand the comp plan. Well, how does it help with, your energy or whatever it is that your product is? And then you say, let me ask about that. Let me ask. Okay, I'm not sure. Let me ask. Or I know it, but I know somebody who's going to know a lot more, and you're going to put them in a three-way chat. Okay, you don't even have to ask them. Just if they have a question on something, you put them in a three-way chat. You are not the one that has all the answers, because too many times we try to do that. It's not duplicatable. This prospect is learning how this business works. If they see that they have a question, so you gave them a video to watch or send them to a website to check out, or even maybe you get them into a Facebook group, you can totally do that too. And they see, okay, there's other things involved. She doesn't have to know everything. And then they see that you utilize another person. That's going to make them feel really comfortable, and you're going to be coaching them on duplication. You're going to teach them the process, okay? So you find out if they're open. Make sure you tell them your sizzling story really quick. Send them something to look at, whether it could be a Facebook fan page. That would be a good one because you don't have to get them into a group. So if your company has a Facebook fan page with some great testimonials, tag them on that. That would be a really good idea. I'm going to write that down. That's actually super easy because there's no double opt-in, right? So you say, hey, there's some great, you had mentioned something about having issues with your weight. Oh, check this out. And then you can actually tag them on some pictures and then say to them, so tell me what's interesting. Tell me what questions you have. And they're like, oh, well, how do you lose weight? Or is this safe? Or blah, 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 right? Say, oh, let me ask. You put them in a three-way chat and introduce them to your upline or your sideline sister or somebody who you can go to and say, Nicole, hey, Nicole, this is my friend. We were just chatting. I was telling her more about the product, and she had some questions on how you actually lose weight with it. Can you tell her more? And then your third-party person should be able to help take over and nurture that lead, okay? If not, you need to work that until you can find somebody resourceful, okay? So I know it's a lot of information. Just go through it again until you get the hang of it. You will get the hang of it. Right now, if you're like, you got to have a process. If you need to, I've done this with people. I've said, get a piece of paper, get your chalkboard out or your whiteboard, draw a funnel and a path. What do you do with people? When they say, yes, I'll take a look, what are you doing with them? Are you sending them a video? Are you, tagging them in something on Facebook? What are you doing with them? What's the path? Because you want to have your sales funnel down, okay? From the three-way chat, the goal would be to get them on Zoom especially if they're a business prospect, get them on Zoom if possible. Okay, get them on Zoom. You can tag them in the group in the meantime. Get them on Zoom with your upline, you guys, because you want to mimic that in-person experience with the Zoom. Okay, I talked about that today in the live, so you guys can find that in the Goal Diggers of Network Marketing if you need to. Okay. Let me check the chat questions, and then I'll touch on attraction marketing really quick as a little bonus to wrap this up. And the chat is not showing up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we're still on the scripts page. I didn't move from that. Where do we get videos from? Do we make them? How do we get them on Zoom? So your company should have some videos on YouTube or Vimeo, somewhere where you, because this is something you can just send to them. If all the videos are in a group and you can't get them to go into the group, you're just going to be sitting there with that prospect and you're going to lose their excitement. So you want a couple that are like less than 10 minutes, okay? A couple minutes long, like a little sizzling video. Your company should already have that. Otherwise, if you want to make your own, you can. You can just record yourself and talk about your story really quick. Or, yeah, I think that would be your best bet. Maybe just a quick video. You could be holding up the products and talk about just a 1 to 3 minute video of why you love it, what got you into it. You could totally make your own, okay? That would be super personal. Don't make it too long, okay? And then how to get them on Zoom. So the upline should help you with that. So towards the end of the conversation, you can use voice messenger. Everybody's going back and forth. Your upline's going to answer their question, introduce themselves, tell them about what their experience is with the company, how it's changed their life, hopefully tell some stories. And then they're going to say, I'd love to get on a Zoom with you. What would you like to do that? Ask the person, don't like peer pressure them into it, but ask them, would you like to get on a Zoom? And we could talk more about what this is, what's all involved with joining this awesome team, and to see if it's a good fit or not. Because if the person isn't going to take the time to get on the Zoom, you guys, like how are they going to take time to actually get on team calls or freaking prospect people? You know what I mean? So the Zoom could be a really good way to filter people out. It's not everybody with a pulse. I want you guys finding great people to work with, and it is a numbers game, but you want to find some great people. So let's vet them out, right? Let's take the time to get them on a chat. Let's take the time to get them to Zoom. Those are people who are really interested. Think about yourself. You probably got in the chat. You probably got in a team call, right? You want more people like you. So use that funnel to your advantage to really find the people that really want this. So with attraction marketing, this right here is in the files tab as well. I do this every single day. This is extremely robust. So if you go through this and you're like, dear God, help me, just pick a couple things. Okay, even if it's, okay, every day I'm going to post on social media and I'm going to send out birthday messages. That's just what you're going to do. Awesome. Okay. So if you're like, no, I want to go all in and I'm going to do everything that she said today, this is the whole shebang. Okay. So you're going to post on Facebook, in your personal page, in your groups, in your stories. That's on there too. You're going to post on Instagram and Instagram stories. You're going to check the comments really quick because that's usually there's not as much on Instagram as there is with Facebook notifications, right? You're going to check Messenger. So Messenger is like your new inbox. So don't go to email, go to Messenger. Check notifications. Comment on people's posts that comment on my posts. So if they're commenting on my stuff, return the love, right? Return that favor. Facebook loves it when you do that with other people. And those people notice that, you guys. So if they're taking the time to comment on your stuff, you want to comment on their stuff, okay? Add 10 new friends. I do that twice a day, so you can do it in the morning and in the evening or however you want to do that. Send happy birthday messages. Comment on 10 posts from your See First list. I'll show that to you guys really quick. This is a really cool tool. Okay. What you can do is when you find somebody, so say you're prospecting and you're like, wow, this person would be a great person to have on my team. I really, really like this person. She seems like, let's pretend Deborah is self-employed and she does real estate. Okay, so she's not network marketing because especially if she's doing well, I would never prospect somebody already in network marketing. So unless they're just hate their company, which will come up in Messenger, they will tell you. So let's say she's a realtor and I'm like, dang, this girl's awesome. Like she would be great on my team. I love everything about her. Right here where it says friends, where it says following, you click See First. I think you get 25 to 30 people that get to be on your See First list. When you go on social media, there's a little star next to her name every time she posts something on your newsfeed, it shows you your see first people. So that's what that means. You're going to pick your top 25, 30 people to target. Like, who are your best people? Go through your list, and you want to make sure you're seeing their posts. So turn on the see first for those people, and you'll never miss their post again. Midday, if you have time, it depends if you work or if you have kids and you just can't. But if you can, post on Facebook again, check Messenger, check your notifications. And then your most important place, you guys, is Messenger, because your leads are going to respond to you. You need to be checking Messenger like as much as you can. Then in the evening, Facebook Live 1 or 2 times a week. Check Messenger, check your notifications, comment on people's same stuff, okay? Add 10 new friends. Oh, this is new. Add value to 1 to 3 private groups. So you know how we just went through the groups. Comment on 10 posts from your see first list, okay? Then you're just gonna add it up. How many people did you expose? How many new customers and new business partners? So if you start doing this like it's a real life, like a real job, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this every day. You're gonna start to get some data. And you're going to notice as you do these things, you're starting to get more exposures, which means you're getting more customers and ultimately more business partners and business builders, okay? So the note on attraction marketing is do the things that we talked about. Is 80% of this, you guys, is you reaching out, okay? You can post things, curiosity posts, you can do all that stuff. Just the basic things are make sure that you're on your personal page. You don't have your company name on there. I think all of you know this, but if you're brand new to me and you just started following me, this is what you want to take out. You want to take out the company name. You want to take out anything that says you work for the company or whatever. You want to take out any links. So don't post your link on your page. And you want to make sure you have a profile picture of just your face. It can be a selfie or professional. And put something to show more about yourself right here. It could be a vacation you're going to go on, your family, if you're pets. It could be a quote, like a girl boss quote. And then over here, you want to make sure that you have a description right here. So mine says social media expert, podcaster, best-selling author, goal-crushing influencer. You can pick whatever, but you want like good, powerful, descriptive words. You can look on, Instagram for ideas too, but make sure that's cleaned up too, okay? That is all you have to do. Just never mention the company name in a public post. You want everything to happen one-on-one in Messenger, and that's gonna just be awesome. Okay, if you just take it to Messenger, don't comment on the post itself of what the product is. If anyone does, which that happened with my curiosity post yesterday, if people say what your product is in a comment, you can hide the post. So it doesn't delete it, it doesn't hurt their feelings or anything, but you just hide it because you don't want everybody seeing that, okay? They can just go on Amazon and Google that, and what's the point of having a conversation with you if they can just go get that info off of Google, okay? So that's the main thing with that. Now, I know it's a lot of information, so what's really cool is you have access to this replay for life. So you can go back through this. I'll be in this group for about a week. So comment below, you'll see the replay in here. I'll post it in here tonight. You can just comment on that replay. I'll be checking back every day for a week. And then after that, you guys can still be interacting in this group and ask questions. If something's working for you, please share it. That would be great to do. But you can come back and watch this over and over again. I usually have to watch things after the live, I have to watch it 1 or 2 more times to catch everything. So on top of that, I talk really fast too. So that is that. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, I don't see any. Okay, so go ahead and post them below in the replay because this will be posted inside of our group and all that good stuff. But for those that were able to jump in live tonight, thanks for being on with me and thanks for participating in the workshop. And I think most of you guys know, but the Business Bootcamp starts next week and the Selfies and Stories workshop is a week from today as well. Okay, thanks for being on, guys. Have a great night and I hope this helps. We'll see you later. Bye.